Welcome back. Well, we begin the day with some negative cues. The SGX Nifty is indicating a weak start, but let's see. Perhaps it's just wait and watch mode ahead of the US Fed meeting as well. Let's talk about individual stocks. Poonawalla FinCorp is the one that we're looking at first up. Nimesh is here to tell us more. Nimesh, over to you.
Hi, Sonia. Morning. So it was part of my deal sheet chatter on Friday, and over the weekend there was an announcement that the board is going to meet on December 14, which is Wednesday, to consider a sale of their housing finance business. Now, that's a 100% subsidiary of listed Poonawalla Finance. In terms of business, this housing finance business has an AUM of close to 5,600 crores and had reported an NPA ratio of 0.53% versus 0.54% quarter on quarter. In terms of how much it contributes to the business, the AUM contributes 30% of the overall business, NII contributes 24%, and PAT contributes 20% to the overall business. So it's a significant business, the housing finance business, which is likely to be sold. My understanding is a leading private equity player is likely to buy out this company. So the valuation will be important, but I guess I'll go with the green for the fact that they're looking to sell the housing finance business on Wednesday.
All right, and as Nimesh said, we told you first, we at least hinted about it first. Thanks very much, Nimesh, for that. Now, Adani Total is the next one in focus. Sonal has got more on this one. Sonal, hi, morning.
Good morning, Prashant. Well, yes, the company is in focus because they have won a letter of award from Convergence Energy Services Limited. And this is for a segment in which the company is still venturing into. It is for supply, installation, testing, commissioning, operation and maintenance of electric vehicle charging stations, which will be done in few cities in the state of Gujarat. And this will be done via build, own, operate model for a period of 8 years. They've not given us the amount, but looks like since it is for a larger number of cities, it could be a big amount. And this turns out to be a positive news for the company.
Oh.
All right. Thanks a lot for that, Sonal. Well, Sonia, the Bharat Forge had an analyst meet and they're talking up the market. They've given a very strong guidance.
They have. And the stock has been in focus ever since the company said that finally, after 10 years of incubating the defense business, finally they're getting some orders. So that's the reason the stock has had that big rally in the last 2 weeks. But here are the details of the analyst meet. They're looking to grow beyond their core business, which is auto ancillaries. The focus is now on new businesses, whether it's electric vehicle components, defense, as well as aerospace. They're targeting a 12 to 15% consolidated revenue compounded growth. They've called it their Vision 2030 strategy. So this is on the revenue side. EBITDA margins, the target is more than 20%. And they're targeting a return on capital employed ROCE of 25% versus 20% currently. Now to the juicy part, which is the defense business. They're saying that the wait is perhaps over in defense. They've incubated defense 10 years ago and now will start yielding results, which is next year. They've secured a substantial order worth $155 million for export of guns, and the delivery will begin from April of next year. They will make 6 guns per month by October of 2023 and 12 by end of FY24. They've also secured orders to supply KM4 armed vehicles to both the Indian Army as well as to the UN. And also in the electric vehicle component space, they will have 3 plants in EV components starting from Q1 of CY23. So it's important because, now from being a pure play ancillary player, they are now spreading their wings. But it's important to see what happens with the margins. Do they get diluted? What happens with, their defense business? Because it's a very high capex business and now finally yielding results.
Playing offense and defense, I had to say it. Gives itself to wordplay there. But it's an interesting story. We'll keep track of it. Dalmia Bharat and Jaiprakash Associates are in focus. Vivek is standing by with more on this one. Vivek, hi.
Well, good morning. It does appear as though a significant deal is brewing as far as the entire cement pack is concerned. So a couple of stocks will be on the radar. Number one would be, the JP Associates twins, so JP Associates as well as JP Power Ventures, as well as Dalmia Bharat. So JP Associates, they've given an update to the exchanges. This is in continuation to an earlier update where they had given and they had indicated that they are looking to divest their cement assets. So board meeting is held, today, and this is mainly to discuss progress on various divestment initiatives. JP Power Ventures has said the same thing, and this is for divestment of the JP Nigri cement grinding unit. Now, coincidentally, on the same day, Dalmia Bharat has also put out an exchange notification saying that in account of an anticipated event that is expected in Dalmia Cement, they have also gone ahead and closed the trading window for the insiders. So, what we are basically looking at is earlier reports had also indicated that for a slightly northwards capacity of a little over 10 million tons per annum, reports had indicated that players were willing to bid close to 5,000 crore. So it's a sizable deal. Maybe it's anticipated that this particular deal could be announced in today's trading session itself.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that, Vivek. We'll keep an eye out on both those two stocks. Vahista is with us to tell us about some other stocks in news. Morning, Vahista.
Hi, good morning, Nigel. Let me start with Affle India, wherein there's going to be a board meeting which is going to be held on the coming Wednesday, which is 14th of December. This is to consider the proposal for issuance of some securities. And the purpose of issuance of such securities is a likely inorganic growth that the company is looking forward to. Let me move on to Glenmark Pharma, wherein the US FDA has released warning letter details for the inspection that was conducted this year from 12th to 20th of May at the Goa facility, wherein this failed to thoroughly investigate any unexplained discrepancy. There was no inadequate procedures for production and process control. There was a failure to establish and follow required lab control mechanisms and failed to prepare batch production and control records with complete information. Moving on to ISMT, which has entered into a business transfer agreement for the sale of 40 megawatt captive power plant of the company on a slump sale basis, and the buyer is Om Sairam Steels and Alloys Private Limited, and the consideration that ISMT is going to be receiving is 66 crores, so some positive news over there. PSP Projects has received a letter of intent for civil construction, and the amount is 122 crores from Neela Spaces Limited. The last stock is Trident Limited, wherein the production numbers for the month of November is out and they look weak on a year-on-year basis. Bath linen segment production was down 8%, bed linen was down 35%, yarn was down 24%, paper segment production was down 7%, only chemical segment production was up by 3%. Back to you.
All right, thanks a lot for that. So lots of stocks in action, and here's a quick recap in case you missed out on any of them. Stocks with positive news flow: there's Poonawalla Fincorp, Bharat Forge, Adani Total Gas, Affle, ISMT, PSP Projects, Dalmia Bharat and Jaiprakash Associates. While stocks with negative news flow, there's Glenmark Pharma and Trident. All right, let's take a quick break on that note. But on the other side of the break, Prakash Diwan will join in for some fundamental stock analysis. We'll also connect with Ashank Desai of Mastech to discuss their fundraising plans. Stay tuned.